Hey Gemini, what's up gang? I hope everybody is doing well. We're gonna go ahead and do just a general message, basically a what you need to know. So if that's something that interests you, go ahead and stick around. Gemini, if you are new to this channel, welcome. My name is Jessica. Please take a look at my description box because that's gonna have any information that you would need to know. And yes, this is a Gemini channel. However, if you vibe, you tribe, so go ahead and make yourself comfortable. Gemini, if you are returning, welcome back. I hope that you're well. Hope you're taking care of yourself. I hope that you're doing what's best for you. Thank you for all the love, all the support. Gemini, thank you for all the good vibes. Okay, let's go ahead and get into this. So, we have the World card that came out, Gemini, and I do feel like for some of you, you're feeling very much a part of the world right now for whatever reason. There could have been a natural disaster or something major that has happened in your city or your area that makes you feel connected to others. You know how like sometimes when tragedy strikes or intense, serious moments happen or something like that, it's like, you know, it bands people together. You feel more like a community. Like they're giving me like the energy of after, you know, 9/11 when that happened. I remember feeling like for the first time, of course I was kind of young when that happened, but still, I remember for feeling like the first time that people actually like got along with each other or like cared about each other, like Americans cared about other Americans, right? Didn't last long obviously, but that was kind of the energy of like we get through this together, right? So for some of you there could be something like that where that's where you're feeling is like we'll get through this together. Okay, for some of you guys there is this energy of a completion or something that is successfully completing so you can move on to the next leg of the journey or something like that. There could be this energy of facing a fear, learning something and letting it go, okay? Like knowing that there's nothing that you can learn from this anymore. Maybe giving some kind of forgiveness to yourself or others and moving forward in your life, Gemini. That's for some of you guys. It really does feel like for some of you, maybe resolving some kind of issue, whether it's a personal one, something related to business or career. This could even just be like family or something, or it could be something very intimate on the level that really only you are involved in, right? You and your guides and spirit. It's like something personal that you've been going through. I do get the energy, Gemini, of like you being very busy, okay? Having a lot of stuff to do. Maybe being like, there's a lot of people around you or you're just, again, feeling like you're part of a community, feeling like you're talking to a lot of people, you're rubbing elbows with a lot of people. Some of you guys could just be very busy going place to place is kind of the energy that I'm getting, okay? We have Krishna that came out, devotion. Trust your spiritual guidance. Your commitment has been recognized. You are loved unconditionally. So you are being protected and you are being looked out for, okay? So if there are any kind of serious situations or anything like that feels very intense or leaves you feeling a little uncertain, Gemini, it's like you are being protected, okay? Or you are highly favored right now. Spirit is definitely looking at you in this energy of you're doing very well. You're staying committed to your path. You're staying committed to your authenticity, right? Yes, you are creating your dharma. You're working through karma to start creating dharma is the energy I'm getting. There's an increased awareness with you, okay? It says deep connection, trust your inner voice. There's a big energy. Trust your spiritual guidance, trust your inner voice. So some kind of information could be coming towards you, Gemini, and you are being asked to trust what you're getting from spirit, okay? Or what your inner voice is telling you about this information or just about the situation in general. Some of you guys could be seeing a lot of peacocks, or peacocks could be very significant because I'm very drawn to this feather. This feather also reminds me of the evil eye. So for some of you guys, you are being protected against evil eye. And this doesn't have to be as severe as people actually like staring at your pictures and trying to like, you know, basically chant hateful stuff at you, okay? It's not as like, for some of you guys, yeah, it could possibly be that significant, but for others of you, this is just people hating on you, right? This is just people in the office giving you crazy looks or whispering, oh, you know how they got that promotion, right? It's that kind of energy for some of you guys. It's very like low, like just low vibing, just very petty type of bullshit that spirit is blocking you from, okay? Where you don't have to deal with it, basically. Like you have bigger energies to worry about, and spirit does see that you are in your chosen energy and you are choosing to stay on the path, okay? I'm getting that very strongly. For some of you guys, you are choosing to go the route of peace, go the route of love. Like, there's not always this need to be right or to prove yourself or to even go back and to resolve it. For some of you guys, it's like it's a done deal. Like, I'm not worried about going back and gaining closure and understanding why this happened the way it happened. It feels like your lesson is very personal and you're discovering that on your own for some of you guys. So take it as it resonates. And some of you guys could be getting a broader perspective when it comes to something as well, because there's something about this world where it's like you're seeing something in full for the first time. Maybe you weren't able to see it before, you were too close or something, Gemini. For some of you, the space station or space exploration is very important or significant. Some of you guys might be going to space. Shit, I don't know who I'm talking to. You could be watching me from space. I don't even know. I do not even know, okay? Who knows, right? I just feel like there's this download or there's this understanding. Again, there's a new perspective that's coming through. And with this, Spirit's saying to trust this. You're definitely connecting to your ancestors right now, Gemini, okay? There's this energy of like them giving you guidance. Some of you guys could be feeling very lightheaded when your ancestors come around. Or there's a strong ringing in your ear when your guides are connecting with you, Gemini. That's for some of you guys. They're saying that your strongest sense, whatever that is connected to, it's going to make your physical sense act up too, okay? So if there's something that's calibrating right now, or you're getting a lot of messages through one of your senses, or again, like you're on this like spiritual ascension or something, and there's this energy here of just your gifts being very intense right now. So basically, let's just use like clear knowing, okay? Just like you have this internal knowing. That for me is like connected to your crown chakra, and it could be giving you like a lot of headaches. You could be having like a lot of headaches right now. If you have the clear hearing, okay, where you're clairaudient, there could be like ears ringing or pressure in your ears. If you're clairvoyant, okay, so clear seeing with your sight, there could be this energy here of your eyes are blurry, or again, pressure. I'm getting a lot of pressure, okay? If you speak something or something where you maybe are able to channel, like that's how your intuition comes through. You talk to yourself a lot or you channel. It could be something with your throat or something like that, okay? There could even be this energy of like pressure in your hands or a numbing sensation if you have like the clear touch, okay? Like if you're able to touch things and get visions. It just feels like whatever your sense is, your psychic sense is connected to, it's almost like it's giving you some kind of physical, I don't know, like it just feels like it's affecting something physically too. So take it as it resonates. Some of you guys might feel like you really need to wear head covers right now, or even bendies to cover up, like, you know, these like your crown chakra, your third eye chakra. Like you really want to cover these up because it feels like it's like almost like it's too open or it's very intense. That's for some of you, like the whole world, like you're just able to hear everything, feel everything, see everything. It's very intense. So for some of you who might be going through some kind of natural disaster, or where there's something like, again, where a lot of people around you are affected by it, it could feel very overwhelming. And there is this energy, look, we saw Odin with psychic sight. There is this energy of needing to kind of ground yourself or put up your shields, put yourself in a bubble of light is what they're saying. It even looks like he has like a bubble of light behind him. Okay, so what do we have here for Gemini? Gemini, please. We have Bridget. This is a card that loves to come out for you guys, okay? So Irish energy or Celtic, even Scottish is what I'm getting to for some of you guys. All right, the movie Braveheart could be significant because that's what they're showing me. Some of you guys might have went through some kind of injustice, because that's really what that movie is about when you watch it. I haven't watched it in a long time, so I don't know like the details of it, but the overall general scope of it, I know that he was basically fighting for freedom, right? Basically. Sorry. But that's what he was fighting for. Some of you guys, you might be fighting for the freedom. Fighting for the freedom of yourself. Fighting for the freedom of others. Some of you guys could be like lawyers or something like that. Or activists or something. You fight for other people's rights. Okay? Like, yeah, they're showing me people on like horseback riding into war. So for some of you guys, maybe that's literal, maybe it's not. I don't know. But there is this energy of like, you're willing to fight for the little guy, or you're willing to fight for where you see injustice. And maybe you see a lot of injustice in the world. Some of you guys, when you're growing up, you might have had this mentality of like, let the fucking world burn. Like, I don't care. it's trash anyways, right? But as you've grown older, you see your path, you see your journey and your place as a light worker, and you see that that's why you're here. You're a seed to be planted, right? Because the world's not going to get better unless somebody makes it better, right? People aren't going to all of a sudden wake up and change their behavior. It's like you have to be the change that you want to see. It's almost like this infectious type of energy. Some of you guys are like that, Gemini, where you are like, you know, the change that you want to see. You walk it like you talk it is the energy I'm getting. People might not be sure about that at first. They might be like, oh no, is Gemini just fronting? Are they fake? Is this an act? Is this a game? But the more they get to know you, the more they observe you perhaps, or they work with you, or they just see you in your everyday life, it's like, no, this is who Gemini is, and they really are somebody out here trying to shine a light in the world, even if it's a small light, like it's just your light, you know, but your light is enough. They're bringing me to that energy of the candle in the dark room. You know, it's pitch black, and then when you light one candle, like the room is, it's not bright, but it's glowing. You can see things suddenly. There's more clarity. So, you know, your light is very powerful. Just your light is very powerful. So imagine all of our lights together is the energy here. It says inner strength, move back to wholeness, and recognize that you have the power. Yeah, I got the power. They're bumping that, so maybe that's significant to somebody, okay? Divine healing, honor your sensitivity, retreat and charge and heal. Yeah, only do things when you feel like doing it. Only if you're psychic, Gemini, if you are a spiritualist, or you're somebody who's just very sensitive, or maybe you do something where you do go out and help people, you know? It's like not every day is the day to do it, okay? For some of you that help the homeless, or you do something where you're out on these streets and you see, like, you see it, real deal. You see what's going on in the world, you know? Not just through social media, not just through what people have told you, but you're out there. Like, you see exactly what's happening in the world. Sometimes it's just overwhelming and it's just not the day, you know, like it's okay. You know, like if you're a reader, you don't want to do a reading, don't do one. That's one of my biggest, I'm working on that so much right now. I have this inner urge to produce, you know, perform, excel, like, and it's like, I need to stop. Like, I really do. Like, honestly, I like, you know, some of you guys can feel like you're on the edge of burnout, or you've already, you know, suffered through burnout. You know, you're like this close to just fucking rage quitting, or cussing somebody out, cussing their mom out, telling them to call somebody who gives a fuck because it ain't you. Okay. Like, some of you guys are really close, right? So it's like, there's this energy of like, if you don't feel like doing something, you don't have to do it. Some of you guys have the luxury where you're able to just turn off the phone for a second and do that. If you're able to kind of give it a second, like, you know, give it a second. If you don't feel like performing, going out and helping people, again, whatever it is that feels like it's a little heavy, Gemini, but it also feels like it's part of the mission, okay? Like, you don't have to. There's this energy here of like honoring yourself first, okay? Because your light is good to nobody if you can't even, you know, if you can't keep it, if you can't sustain it, basically. They're giving me the energy of like, you know, how like they'll tell you on planes, you know, put the oxygen mask on yourself first. Do not try to save anybody else before you try to save yourself. Because you are no good to anybody if you're dead, basically, okay? So, you know, there's kind of this energy of really recognizing that and seeing that you know, maybe you're seeing something from a wider perspective. Again, you're taking a step back, so you're getting a look, and, you know, a broader look, and maybe you're seeing like, I am but one light, Lord, right? Or self, however whoever, whatever. You're like, I am but one light. I'm not here to save the world. I can only do my part. And so, you know, when I need to take a moment, I need other people to pick up the slack. It's that kind of energy. Okay, you're really honoring a part of yourself right now, Gemini, is what I'm getting here. This is like the third or fourth time I've seen this. Psychic insight, your third eye is open. See the truth for what it is. Follow your intuition, okay? Some of you guys are being led straight towards abundance, but there is this energy with Lord Ganesh of something that needs to be cut out. And I feel like that's what you've been doing. There's also something with this fire about purification for some of you guys. Not being scared to be yourself, but not being scared to kind of cut things out that are not working for you anymore, okay? And some of you are very sassy too with this redhead energy. You might be redheads, but that doesn't, you know, you don't have to be. Either way, you're just very sassy. What do we have here for Gemini? Let's get one more. We have Mother Mary, love and peace. Look, I had said this. Let go of the need to be right. Choose peace. Mother healing is possible at this time. For some of you guys, there is some kind of mother wound that you've been working on. Maybe you've been feeling like you have to live up to your mom's expectations, or you're always fighting for your mom's love, or you're never really feeling like perhaps that you're good enough or something. Gemini is kind of the energy that I'm getting here for some of you guys. There's this energy here of not needing to be right. There's almost like, I don't need to prove that I'm right. I know I'm right, and I'm cool with you believing that you're right. Your truth doesn't affect my truth. There's something like that. Like, your truth does not affect my truth, so you can have, like, it's almost like if you like it, I love it, right? Like, that's how you are with people right now. If you like it, I love it. You're not here to argue with people, persuade people, convince people, save people, unless you want to do any of those things. And I don't feel like you want to do much of that right now. Like, if somebody want to believe anything they want to believe about you, good. Good, right? Because it's like, if you are out here believing things without actually even knowing me, then I'd rather you stay away from me anyway, so good. Like, it's almost like that kind of energy. Some of you just don't care, like, in that way of like, I don't need to be right. I don't need to prove who I am or fix this. Again, some of you guys are like, I don't need to go back. I don't need to fix this. I don't need to see what the lesson was or understand why it happened. Like, I'm good. Okay, Gemini, I like it, right? It's like you're choosing peace, and peace can be within yourself. Peace can be, walking away. Peace can be a little bit of isolation here is almost what I'm getting. Okay, Lord Ganesh really wanting to come back out. Infinite abundance. Obstacles are being removed. Spiritual support and connections are increasing. I feel like you are litty right now. I really feel that very strongly. With your intuition, you're getting so many messages, Gemini. Some of you guys are getting intuitive messages, they're saying, and you're not realizing that it's an intuitive message. That's how much you're actually channeling just on a daily basis, okay? But there is some kind of abundance that's coming in. Again, something is going to need to be removed, but I feel like Spirit's working on that. I'm also noticing, again, a head covering, a head covering, a head covering. I really feel that's very significant. For some of you, you might feel like you need to cover your head. Maybe, again, for protection, but for a lot of you, it feels like because you're getting so much. Like, some of you guys might have like a special garment that you've blessed or something, or a special head covering that you've blessed or you've cleansed, like you've cloaked it with divine protection or divine light. Like, so as long as you're wearing this, you're not able to really be overwhelmed too much by everything that's coming through for some of you guys, or other people aren't able to put their energy on you. Because for some of you guys, you're feeling, again, very much a part of the world. Like, you're picking up everything. A lot of people are noticing you too. Like, you could feel like that something about her eyes are bugging me out. I don't know why. Just keep looking at her and she keep looking at me. But there's something about her eyes that are like bugging me out. Somebody could really want to come towards you with a peace offering, and you might be like, nah. That's for some of you guys. Like, I'm good. See how his hand's up? Like, be still, bitch. Okay, I'm really honestly good on that. Like, I feel like for some of you guys, here's a flower. Be on your way. It's almost like that kind of energy for some of you guys. I don't know where that came from. Diamonds could also be significant. Maybe it's like, pressure makes diamonds, and that's what you're learning here. What is this devotion? What is Gemini devoted to right now? What is Spirit saying Gemini should be devoted to? Look, blocking out any kind of bullshit. First of all, emotions, like too much emotions, too much. Look at all this water energy, okay? I'm getting a couple messages. Basically, it's kind of what we've already said, so I'm going to be quick. But it's almost like blocking out the bullshit. Like, I don't got time for it. If it's not here to serve me, if it's not here to heal, if it's not here to help, if it's not here to lift me up, if it's just here to make me feel heavy, drag me down, take me off my path, distract me, I'm good on it. It's almost like finding just the right amount of emotion that makes you feel happy, right? Like, some of you guys might have had to cut people, again, out of your group or out of your life to kind of clear the energy is almost what I'm getting. There could have been too many people around you, too many options, too many people in your ear, too much energy just mucking it up. It's not clear. It feels very murky for some of you guys. So you're very devoted to finding this clear energy in your life, or keeping things clear, not having anything that you have to look too deep into, or, you know, you don't want to have, it's almost like Gemini, like you're having, there's almost this energy here of like, if I gotta use my intuition to figure this shit out, I don't really want to be involved in it, because then it doesn't feel like it's very upfront, right? Because if it's all up front and we're being honest with each other, whether this is love, business, family, friends, whatever it is, Gemini, it's like, it doesn't matter. If the energy around it feels like you got to work really hard to figure it out, it's like, I'm good on that, you know? Because it's almost like I know Spirit has something for me that's crystal clear, or almost like it's very much set. It's like infinite abundance, right? Yes, I feel like for some of you guys, you're like, I know that Spirit has something for me, and it's not going to be cloaked in this confusion or this mist or this fog. Like, you know, there's nothing very misty or hidden when it comes to Spirit. Like, it's very much like, this is what it is, okay? And I feel like for some of you guys, that's what you're devoted to finding. Some of you guys are devoted to finding the answers within yourself. You might have grown up having like some kind of spiritual religion or beliefs or mindsets kind of shoved down your throat, and it's almost like as you've grown, you've had other things that have been introduced to you throughout your life, new kind of concepts or philosophies, Gemini. And some of you guys are like broadening your horizons a little bit, or expanding that when it comes to your spirituality, or what you choose to believe in, what your soul chooses to be devoted to. Some of you guys are broadening that horizon. You're seeing that there's other options out there, there's other beliefs. Like, the truth is not always black and white, is kind of the energy I'm getting, especially when it comes to the truth of what's your inner truth, basically. You know, like, of course, the truth is black and white when it comes to like, did that person kill that person? Yes, they did, right? We could go over why and how and what happened before and after and all that stuff we want to, but the main thing about that is, yes, they did, right? This feels like this is like more of like, it's an inner truth. So there's more there's room for interpretation. There's room for movement here, is kind of what it feels like. Like your spiritual beliefs or something is expanding or shifting or changing. Again, for some of you guys, you're very devoted to your spiritual abilities and harnessing those. Some of you guys are really disciplining yourself when it comes to your spiritual gifts. Like, for instance, if you read tarot, you're not doing it all the time. Like, you're very selective about it. It's almost like you're cleansing that energy too. There just feels like there's a cleansing of energy here. Like, we're clearing things up. We're getting more disciplined with ourselves, okay? That's what this is. This inner strength, okay? Moving back to wholeness, recognizing that you got the power, right? Yeah, you got some kind of intense download, or you figured something out. You realize that you really are your own sense of stability. You really are your own foundation, and you learn to walk away from things that aren't serving you. It took a lot of strength and courage to walk away from some of these things, Gemini. It took a lot of strength and courage to see something for what it is, to accept some kind of truth, but you did. And with that, there definitely did come this like sense of freedom, is almost what I'm getting. Yeah, I feel like you took some kind of blindfold off. You saw something for what it was. Some of you guys, it took a lot of strength to see through somebody's bullshit, is almost the energy I'm getting too. And some of you guys, you're going to need this inner strength to take a new leap of faith. I feel like you're done carrying burdens. Again, for those of you that are feeling very burnt out, you might be looking at new ways to make income, or new avenues that you can walk down. Something that might feel like it's not really like, you know how they say, like, if you're doing what you love, you're never going to work then. Which I kind of disagree, because everything is stressful when it becomes like a business, you know? Like, I used to love doing life coaching and stuff, but some days it would really get stressful, because it was like, I got all my own problems and my own things going on in my life, and here I am, Captain Save-A-Ho, trying to save everybody, and it's like, it can feel like even when you want to do something, it can feel a little overwhelming. So for some of you, we're circling back to that message of, you know, if you're feeling tired, take a break. If you're able to stop. If you don't want to do it that day, don't do it that day, okay? For some of you, this is like uncharted territory. You're not used to, giving yourself permission to take it easy. And for some of you, that's exactly what you need. That is exactly what you need, because you got look at this, butt clenched, trying to hold it together, trying to make it work. And some of you guys, you might feel like you're actually doing opposite. Like, as much energy you keep putting energy into something, like working overtime, and it's like you're not getting anywhere, nothing's prospering. You shouldn't have to work that hard for it, is what Spirit's saying. Like, you know, because it's infinite, right? Infinite abundance, which means there's more than enough. So if there's more than enough, you shouldn't have to like be climbing this ladder, scraping the barrel every day, working your ass off, working yourself to the bone just to survive. Like, it should flow. Letting go of the need to be right for Gemini. Yeah, because I feel like, again, your peace, your balance is more important than needing to argue with these bitches. Like, honestly, okay? Sagittarius energy coming through for sure. Aquarius, Aries energy also. I feel like, yeah, it's like for some of you guys, you know that there's more to life, and you're just not here to argue with people. So if you want to say that 2 + 2 = 6, go ahead with your bad self, right? Like, I'm not here to argue with you. Yeah, I feel like you're manifesting yourself into somebody who's very confident, and it's almost like there's this confidence of like, I don't need to argue with you, prove myself, or after I've said what I've said, that's it. You know, we're not doing, this is not a debate, this is me basically making a statement, and that's pretty much it. I don't know, that's just what I'm getting. Take it as it resonates, okay? Some of you guys are just like, I'm done. Like, I'm done arguing with people, I'm done convincing people. Some of you guys are like, my peace is more important than how you feel about me, or my peace is more important than what your opinion about me is. I don't give a fuck about your opinion about me. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's kind of the energy here. Yeah, because for some of you guys, there could be a lot of energy that feels like it's flying at you constantly. And yeah, for empaths, when you're able to pick up people's emotions, or for those of you that have that telepathy where you can hear people's thoughts, it's like, it sucks when you're constantly hearing people's opinions about you or feeling people's energy shift. One day they like you, one day they're sus, one day they're like, you know, it's like, it can be so much where you're just like, I don't even want to fuck with any of y'all. I just want to be left alone, right? So some of you guys could be learning that, you know, you're always going to be this sponge, right? You're always going to be this person that picks up this energy. Like, this is your path. You're always going to have your gifts. It's about learning to not give a fuck about it anymore or care. The power really is within you. Like, that's what I'm getting. Like, you're like, you know what? You guys are going to hate all you're going to hate, right? You guys are going to say all you're going to say. You guys are going to have all your opinions that you're going to have. And nothing that I do is going to change that. Some of you guys might have spent some of your life trying to fit into other people's boxes, or you might have seen that it doesn't matter what you do, what you tweak, how much you, like, you know, you're not loud enough, you're not quiet enough, you're not this, you're not that. It doesn't matter. People are still going to have their opinions, so who gives a shit? Like, you're going to do what you want. Your peace is more important than these other people's problems, Gemini. Right? Other people's problems are other people's problems. Even if their problems are a problem with you, that's your problem. Right? If I didn't run over your dog, steal your man, or screw you when it comes to anything, like, then if that's just your problem, then anything else is your problem. You don't like it because I'm shining? Your problem. You're suspicious of me because your ex fucking hurt you and you want to project on me and act like I'm her? That's your problem. You know, that has nothing to do with me. Like, that's the energy I'm getting here. I feel like your guides are also blocking a lot of that energy. What is this infinite abundance that's coming in for Gemini? Or what is this, basically? This infinite abundance. I feel like there's something after a heartbreak or after stress. It's like it needed to happen so you could purge something, right? Look, Empress energy coming out. I feel like it's going to be very obvious when this abundance comes in, or this abundance is going to come in very rapidly, or it's like a steady flow is almost what I'm getting. You know what I mean? Like, it's like a steady flow. I'm getting from rags to riches too for some of you guys, male or female, by the way. Just because the Empress is coming out doesn't mean we're just talking to the ladies. This could definitely be some men that are about to be sitting pretty when it comes to their finances, for sure. There could be this energy of upgrading your life, or upgrading your wardrobe, upgrading your surroundings. You know, plusher pillows and furrier blankets, and like, maybe even like trying to fix some of your stuff up yourself. Like, if you have like a wooden table or wooden floors or something, like sanding those down, polishing those up, like, you know, what is that, the DIY, do it yourself projects and stuff. Some of you guys are just trying to really upgrade your surroundings. You want to have an aesthetic of, you know, almost like fake it till you make it. Well, you want to have like a wealthy aesthetic. That's for somebody, not for everybody, obviously. But for some of you guys, yeah, you're like, my surroundings need to match my energy because my energy is primo, right? So why aren't my surroundings primo? That's for somebody. Yeah, because I feel like you're sitting on top of the world, or there's a lot of fast changes coming in. Some of you guys are really going to be offered some kind of lucrative opportunity, and there's going to be a lot of abundance attached to it. It's going to be taking you to a new level of income. Like suddenly, again, rags to riches. You know, you ain't going to know how to act. I feel like for some of you, that's just for some of you. For others of you, you're like, we're going to take this in stride here. But I feel like either way, when it comes in, it feels like it's sent from above. Look at that. Like literally, okay? It feels like it's sent from above, whatever this is. Some of you guys, there is this change in your appearance. I'm noticing these eyebrows on fleek, boy. Okay, her eyebrows are nice. I'm trying to see her eyebrows so that I'm blind. I feel like I'm noticing like all these eyebrows are nice. Some of you guys could be getting your eyebrows done or getting them threaded or plucked or something or waxed. You could be getting your whole body waxed. That's for somebody, okay? Like the swimmer special, take it all off. You know, because swimmers can't have any hair. Anyways, yeah, that's for some of you guys. You're getting like the swimmer special, take it all off. I don't know, okay? There's something about grooming for my masculine energies too, yes. There's something about grooming, like getting a manicure, pedicure, maybe going in, getting a massage done, a little facial, or buying that stuff at home. You know, and then having like a little spa night at your house or something. Even my masculine energies, like going and, you know, taking a bath or a nice hot shower. Some of you guys might want to get one of those like eucalyptus branches that you hang in your shower or something. Okay? There's something about really pampering yourself. Especially when this money comes in for some of you guys, because for some of you, there is definitely this. Look, this is not for everybody, okay? So I'm not out here making false promises, but for some of you, there is a massive increase in your wealth that's coming. And with that, there's an increase in your image, your body image. You know, I don't know. You just, I don't know why that makes you, I don't feel like it's like it makes you, this is the thing, I don't feel like it makes you take any more care of yourself. I feel like you already were taking care of yourself. It's just you can afford better products. You know what I mean? It's like you're going from like a $50 wig to a $5,000 wig. I don't know how much wigs cost, but I'm assuming that there's some of them probably are very expensive. But it's like that kind of energy. It's like I'm going from a facial moisturizer that used to cost me $10 to now I'm getting the $50 one. And some of you guys, some of the men are like, there's facial lotion that, yes, guys, that shit gets expensive. But there is something like that, like your products are increasing or something that you're using. I don't know, guys. Anyways, whatever, okay? You're just basically, there's a glow up here, and it's not just in your wallet, okay? It's in your surroundings. It's with you. It's what you're wearing. It's how you're, you know, putting on your, you know, how you're grooming too. That's very significant for some of you guys. It's about grooming for some of you. Like even my masculine, like you're shaving more, you're going and getting, like before some of you guys might used to just cut your hair yourself or buzz your hair yourself for the guys, but now you're actually going to a barber or you're going to a nice barber. There's something about that. Or getting like tailor-made clothes or something. What are those things that the guys use? They're like cuffs, something for your cuffs or something. You might be getting like really, I don't know why that's significant for somebody, but it's like accessories. I'm getting accessories for men and for women. There's something about you increasing your look. I don't know, okay? Anyways, almost there, right? I feel like we've been picking up on some kind of like shift in abundance for a minute, Gemini, for some of you guys. For others of you, I've been seeing in the comments, it's been happening. I've been reading, like I've been seeing it. Oh, Jess, what you've been talking about, that opportunity, it came through. I just got that call. I just got that email you talked about. Like for some of you guys, it's coming. For others of you that this hasn't happened yet, it's like Spirit saying it's almost here. Like focus on the big picture. Don't get caught up in the small shit. Don't get caught up in like the shit that hasn't worked out. And keep pampering yourself. Keep working on yourself, your self-worth, your self-love, your self-respect. Because that's for some of you guys, yeah, you've worked on your self-respect. Like for some of you, there's this energy of like you would have like in the past had a conversation with somebody from the past, whether they were an ex, a friend, a family member, a coworker, whatever. Like, yeah, I'll have a little conversation with you. We can go back and forth. We can try to figure out, like, because you needed, for some of you, just wanted that validation. Maybe didn't need it, but wanted somebody to be like, yeah, you're right, or yeah, I did hurt you, or I'm sorry. It's like you don't even need that from anybody anymore. Like, you don't even need the sorries. It's like I already forgave you and that was enough. Like, I don't really give a fuck. That is for some of you. I'm getting a hard, like, I don't give a fuck. I'm really picking that up strongly, okay? The I don't give a fuck energy is strong with you right now, Gemini. Okay, victory. And maybe that's why. It's because I don't, listen, like, you're like, everything's going well. Even when it's not going well, I'm learning, I'm taking it in stride. I just feel like an immense amount of strength coming from you, which is possibly why we have that, like, you know, your inner soul, like your inner light. You are enough. You are the source of power here, Gemini, okay? No expectations. That's another thing that's helped you strengthen that I don't give a fuck energy, is not having expectations. Expectations in the past might have led you to feeling hurt, feeling let down, you know, putting too much faith in people, putting too much energy into people or places or things, or, oh, this is what's gonna help me be happy, or this is what's meant to be, or things like that. It's like your expectations, like you're letting those go. And with those expectations going, it's like new opportunities, new doors are allowed to open up, because before you might have been like laser focused on one thing, one person, one avenue, one job. And it's like when you release that pressure off of that, your whole world opens up. Yeah. Like, you might have been very, like, zoomed in very close, and it's like, this is all I have, this is all I see, this is all there could ever be. But if you take it back, it's like, oh shit, there's a whole world out there. Yeah, there is, Gemini. There is, right? And you're seeing that for some of you guys. Just trust. Trust that you're going to grow. Trust that you're going to make it out of the darkness, Gemini. Trust that things are going to change, 32 being 5. Okay, just trust, basically. Okay. I'm just looking at all these numbers. 44, 40, so 444 could be significant. And then we have 4, 4, 4, 4. This is 22, so 4 again. 4, 4, 4, 4, 4. 4s are definitely significant, okay? And then we have 32, which is 5. So, I don't know, right? Take it as it resonates, Gemini. Okay, that's going to be it, guys. I do hope that this reading helps. I hope it resonates. I hope it does something. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!